drei Ecken hat mein Hut. Und hat nicht drei Ecken, dann ist es nicht mein Hut.
Now it's time for Opa's Corner. Let's get started right away. A blonde goes into work one morning, crying her eyes out. Her boss asked sympathetically, "What's the matter?" The blonde replies, "Early this morning I got a phone call saying that my mother passed away." The boss, feeling sorry for her, says, "Why don't you go home for the day, take the day off, and relax and rest?" "Thanks, but I'm better off here. I need to keep my mind off of it, and I have a better chance of doing that here." The boss agrees and allows the blonde to work as usual. A couple of hours pass, and the boss decides to check on the blonde. He looks out from his office and sees the blonde crying hysterically. "What's so bad now? Are you going to be okay?" he asks. "No," explains the blonde. "I just received a horrible call from my sister. Her mother died too." Three dinosaurs stumbled across a magic lamp. They rubbed it, and a genie appeared. "I have 3 wishes, so I'll give 1 to each of you," the genie announces. The first dinosaur thinks hard. "All right," he says, "I'll have a big, juicy piece of meat." Instantly, the biggest, juiciest piece of meat he'd ever seen appears in front of him. Not to be outdone, the second dinosaur thinks even harder. "I know, I'll have a shower of meat." Immediately, huge pieces of meat rain down around him. The third dinosaur, certainly not to be outdone, thinks harder than the previous dinosaurs. "I've got it," he cries. "I want a meteor shower." A woman has twin boys and gives them up for adoption. The first goes to a family in Egypt, which names him Amal. The second goes to a family in Spain, which names him Juan. Years later, Juan sends a picture of himself to his birth mother. Excited at receiving the picture, she tells her husband that she wishes she also had a picture of Amal. Her husband responds, "They're twins. If you've seen Juan, you've seen Amal." A wife asks her husband who his favorite vampire is. He replied, "The one from Sesame Street." She says, "He doesn't count." He replied, "Oh, I assure you he does." A man just finishes his LASIK eye surgery, and his surgeon leads him in his office to discuss the surgery. "So, would you like to have the good news or the bad news first?" the surgeon says. The man excitedly replies, "I'll take the good news first." The surgeon says, "Well, you're about to get a new dog." 2 engineers were standing at the base of a flagpole looking at its top. A blonde walked by and asked what they were doing. "We're supposed to find the height of this flagpole," said Sven, "but we don't have a ladder." The woman took a wrench from her purse, loosened a couple of bolts, and laid the pole down on the ground. Then she took a tape measure from her handbag, took a measurement, and announced, 21 feet 6 inches, and walked away. One engineer shook his head and laughed. typical blonde. We ask for the height and she gives us the length. A fly feels a bug on its back. Hey, bug on my back. Are you a mite? Asks the fly. I might be, giggles the mite. That's the worst pun I've ever heard, groans the fly. What do you expect, said the mite. I came up with it on a fly. A son asks his father, I feel like you're always making up rules and stuff. Like what? Like if I don't clean my room, a portal will open up and take me to another dimension. Well, that's what happened to your older brother. What older brother? Exactly. And now for the funnies. Man, I hate elevator music. Creative writing. Remember, your first sentence needs to grab the reader's attention. The human opened a can of tuna. Again, why is it that the revolution always gets this far and then everyone just chickens out? I don't mean to sound judgmental, but that's one ugly bird. You think I'm going to be the breadwinner while you just loaf all day? You aren't the only slice of toast in the world, Melba. Mother warned me not to marry a sourdough. Yes, I received your paperwork. My assistant Ed is on it right now. She called me her emotional support cat. I can't handle this kind of pressure, Jessica. Yeah, you are in way over your head. Bud's Cartoon Repair. Thanks for coming. Something's wrong. Everything seems a little too quiet and normal today. This is the medicine for Spunky's condition. And this is the medicine for your condition once you try giving Spunky his medicine. Not much. Just chilling with my peeps. I just booked us this gig on Fort Myers Beach. They need someone to come down and rid the beach of all the spring breakers. She may have said nothing's wrong, but what did her tail look like? I really didn't notice her. Damn it, Steve! You have to look for the puffy tail. Bad cat! Stop putting Rusty's water bowl in the freezer. They'll never stop trying to find us, you know. Today's film is on the gingerbread reproductive system. If I hear any giggling, I'll turn the projector off. Well, the sloth nailed him. You know old Hank never was exactly a quick draw. Just because it's a box doesn't mean you have to sit. I've got a problem, Clarence. Egg dyeing contest. Well, hell no, I can't tell Harriet. First thing she's going to ask me is what was I doing checking out a decoy? Hey man, I just stabbed a thumb in a sewing incident and I need to lay low for a while. Can you help me out? Sure. I know of a haystack on the edge of town where you'll be safe until the heat dies down. Look, Tom, I'm a passenger pigeon. You're a carrier pigeon. I don't make the rules. It helps me reach my goals. Today, I sat on the floor, the counter, a chair, a keyboard, 2 laps, and a term paper. I need to get a sit bit. I'm usually a basket case this time of year. Go on, I'm all ears. There you go again. Every time the bears fight, you're right there. Sure. The place you're looking for is straight over them hills. Of course, that's as the crow flies, not as the chicken walks. Great Scott, Professor! If our calculations are correct, the song was right. All we are is dust in the wind. Who would dump out my delivery and steal the box? Pay or I play. I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll buy a controlling interest in your company as part of a hostile takeover bid. Three Pigs Home Builders, Inc. I can't even imagine the self-control required to work at a bubble wrap factory. And this concludes another Opa's Corner.
Mein Hut, der hat 3 Ecken. 3 Ecken hat mein Hut. Und hat nicht 3 Ecken, dann ist es nicht mein Hut.
Opa's Corner is now available on my own YouTube channel. Like, share, and subscribe.